Hey, Brian.
It was all right.
Not much. How about you?
Not much.
Did you see Samaja's touchdown?
Oh yeah, I saw it. Nice.
That was great.
Yeah. They have a little star on our hand.
I'll tell you. Wow. I'll accept that fame by association.
Right, right.
Podcast on the free iHeartRadio app where free never sounded so good. Coming up next is Junior with Sports Talk right after this.
Jesse Sparty gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, it won't.
We'll see in December what how this thing played out.
Ugh. That's too bad. Morning, Miss Harris.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, has the 8:35 arrived yet?
I don't see anyone, Judge.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
No,
Good
ma'am.
morning, Ms. Drew. If you could send me a docket.
I sure
I'm
will.
looking for the 8:35. I think his last name is Schmidt.
No, ma'am, he's not in at this moment. The only in-person we have is Mr. Calvin Austin.
All right, Mr. Austin has to hear later. His time is later. His attorney
Yes, ma'am.
is not here yet. Or the prosecutor. All right, let me know when the 8:35 comes on. I can hear you all.
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm gonna ask again if my 8:35 is ready. Is the 8:35 on? Curtis Smith, is he on?
No,
No?
Your Honor.
All right, and we're gonna move on down to my 8:45 a.m. Uh-oh, my video's not on. All right. All right, 36th District Court is in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, serving as your presiding judge. I'm going to start this morning by having the attorneys please place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court, Specialty Court, Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, and good morning again.
All right, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted. Mr. Vica.
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make the same motion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Vikens, and your motion is granted. Let's go to our case managers. Mr. Yancey, you are up first on the screen.
Yes, Your Honor, Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Yancey. And then Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griff on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning, and I have one graduation this morning, Mr. Gary Dorsey.
All right, thank you, and good morning, Mr. Griffin. All right, Ms. Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, case manager for Specialty Court.
All right, good morning, Ms. Harris. We are going to get started. I will start off with Mr. Dorsey on this morning. I have case number 210-453-6501. Mr. Dorsey, please state your full name.
Gary Dorsey.
How are you this morning, Mr. Dorsey?
Not too bad, Your Honor. Just had a little incident this weekend at work, and I scratched my cornea
Oh,
a few days ago. So that's a little sensitive, a little light sensitive still, but it's doing a lot better though.
all right. Well, I hope that you're taking good care of yourself.
Oh,
And
yeah.
of course, I know you're going to follow through with your care for your eyes. So, and I hope it resolves itself sooner than later.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Yes. All right. Today is your day, Mr. Dorsey. What did you get out of this experience?
There's never been until.
Well, I was able to learn a lot about myself and what I could do. I think that overall, even though it's not something that you would want to happen, but I still think overall it was positive. I learned that that maybe I was dependent on alcohol, and then for being sober for the last few years, I really was able to see what I could do, and it really opened up a whole new world to me. So I was appreciative of this journey, and I'm hoping to take the things that I've learned and use them and benefit from them. And I've even been able to help others who were struggling as well. So I think that overall, this specialty court was very beneficial, and I really appreciated both you and Mr. Griffin. You've always been so helpful to me, and I've always felt like you both really cared about all the people that are here, and that really means a lot. When you're going through something as serious as this. So I really appreciate all that you have done.
And we appreciate you for accepting the assistance that's available through our specialty course and for working the program you said you would, and you've done just that. Mr. Dorsey, what's the one thing that you have been doing in the program that you're going to take with you as you continue on your journey? Because it doesn't stop today. this is really just the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter without the judge and without the attorneys, without Mr. Griffin. What are you going to take with you and still apply or utilize?
Yeah, it's something that I have been thinking about for for quite some time, and it has come up not only during court but also during therapy and during group therapy, like with AA, is that you are always accountable. Like there's never a time when you're not. So that thought has always has helped me throughout these last 2 years, is that it's on you, you're the one accountable, you're the one who's responsible. So and you're the one who's going to have to always make those decisions. There's never a time to relax, there's never a time when it's on someone else, that is someone else's responsibility. And maybe I should have learned this long ago, but it's better better now than never. But it's always on us as adults to take full accountability, and then that will help you make the decisions that you need to make in order to to stay out of trouble or anything else. So that's really how I've gotten through this, is that have held myself accountable like every day. I've thought about it every day, and that's really helped me a lot. And that's really my secret to success, if you want to call it something. Be accountable, always be in the moment, and always trying to make good rational decisions.
Take that with you, Mr. Dorsey. I don't know if he froze up, Mr. Griffin. Take that with you. Definitely, definitely. And I hope others in the courtroom are listening as well. I hope you're listening. All right, Mr. Griffin, your presentation.
Okay, Your Honor, this is Gary Dorsey. Mr. Dorsey came to us on June the 2nd, 2022. He had a 14-month contract. While in the program, Mr. Dorsey has done everything that we asked of him, completed community service, outpatient treatment, all his other classes, testing. All tests have been negative, paid all fees and full. And when he came to it, he just took this serious, his career-wise, and he had a lot riding on this. And so he took the approach. When he came in, he admitted at first, anytime you have your first drinking driver and you pick up your second, you're not taking things serious. But this time he took things serious. He took treatment seriously. He even hosted 12-step meetings. I hope he continued to do that. Like he said, give him back. His presentations throughout the program, him learning that he got to disassociate himself with some family members, with some friends and things when he go places. He can't walk the same walk with other people. What he's talking about today, accountability. You have to be accountable for your actions. You can't let so-and-so say, well, let's do this, because that's not going to get them in trouble, but it's going to get you in trouble. So I think just learning all those things, I think he has the tool back now. He does have aftercare services. He have us here if he need anything. But I don't see Mr. Dorsey looking back. I just see him moving ahead, being great, helping other people out. I think that's one of the best benefits of this program, is when you're able to see somebody that's going down that walk, whether it's a friend or family member or whoever, and you can look, man, I've been through that, and it's not a good place to be or whatever. Like you said, nobody wants to be in this position, but sometimes it happens for a reason before something else terribly can happen, that you get stopped at this point or whatever. So I think he got a lot out of this. I think he learned a lot, and I just see great success for Mr. Dorsey at this time, Your Honor. And I would like to make the recommendation to for Mr. Gary Dorsey to be considered a candidate for completion of graduating from this program today, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. And you've given him a continuum of care?
Yes.
Representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, from the attorneys.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I'm going to make a motion in this case, but before I do, I'd like to make a few remarks, if I may. Congratulations, Mr. Dorsey, on your completion, your graduation today. Thank you for participating in the program. It's not an easy program, but you've done a great job. You should be proud of yourself. We are proud of you. One of our goals is to give you the tools necessary to make better choices. And from what I've heard you say, you've gotten those tools and you're ready to move on. But keep participating. We want you to know that we're here for you. Always come back and talk and let us look at your face. Thank you again for participating in the program, sir. I'm going to make a motion now. The case on the docket is not a dismissible case, but I will make a motion that this case be closed with improvement. Thank you again, Mr. Dorsey, for participating. Long life, great success, and I know that cornea is going to improve shortly, so you'll be okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Reed.
And Your Honor, I certainly also join in that motion to close with improvement. Mr. Dorsey, it's always good when you don't know the attorneys very well. We've seen you from a distance, but it's because you've never needed us to try to interfere between you and the judge because you've done the program so well. It's been a pleasure seeing you get this program, seeing you work it as hard as you did. Every good wish to you, sir, in the future. Please come back and see us. You're more than welcome anytime.
Don't need a
Thank you,
case
Mr.
to come to see us. You don't need a case. You can just call us. We don't throw you away. You can call us. You can stop by. You can participate in some of our activities that we have that will be going on. And so definitely stay connected to your case manager. Stay connected to us. We may need to have you come back and encourage some folks because we certainly get all kinds in the program. Some that need little encouragement, some that need none. But I certainly think you are one of those people that could make an impact. And so I just want to thank you for your participation. I am granting the motion to close the case with improvement. Ms. Drew, have you checked to see if Mr. Dorsey has any other outstanding matters?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and he does not.
Wonderful. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Gary Dorsey on his successful completion of our specialty court. Congratulations, Mr. Dorsey. Congratulations. Yes. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Make some good choices, some good moves, and just know we're here if you ever need us. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very welcome. Take care. You are free to leave. You'll get your documents in the mail. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's do it. I am going to go to Mr. Singleton, who is at work. Mr. Singleton, let's do it. I have case number 222112. Mr. Singleton, please state your full name.
Yes, Jarrell Singleton.
Good morning, Mr. Singleton. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing well, Your Honor.
All
Doing
right.
well.
How are you doing with work in your program, Mr. Singleton?
Oh, I'm doing well. I like I say, I've just been keeping good thoughts in there and staying focused and completing the program. And I appreciate you guys letting me join the program because it's helping me a lot there, just staying focused. I call Mr. Yancey here and there, if they're running into any problems, I know alcohol is not the thing.
Absolutely.
Alcohol is not the thing at all. I mean, if you're having problems, talk to somebody that's going to be truthful to you,
Yeah, because alcohol is never the answer, right?
No, alcohol is never the answer. Drugs, never,
Absolutely.
If you don't have anyone to talk to, stay in faith and talk to God.
There you go. And so, Mr. Singleton, what goals have you set for yourself since you've been with us that you've been able to accomplish?
My main goal is to complete the program. And if I get done with the program, I can also help others complete the program, talk to them, lead them in the right direction.
But are you doing that now? Because I want to know a goal that you have completed. You're not quite complete with the program yet. I want to know a goal that you have completed.
Oh, the goals I have completed is just staying true to myself and, not drinking and, just moving forward,
Okay. All right.
So by me working a lot here, there's not much I can do, I do attend, AAs when I can, talk to other people at AA, just, we talk about each other's problems, so they helps me out a lot and I help them if I can.
Are you still meeting?
And also my therapist as well.
All right. Awesome. And how's that going in your opinion?
Oh, it's going terrific. It's going terrific. I'm back here in town now, so I meet with her probably Thursday, as she said. Yeah, so it's been doing well.
All right, Mr. Yancey, make sure Ms. Price has reviewed the clinical piece of this so we can make sure we're in compliance with best practices, so that, when there's no issues when he gets to the end of the road with us. I just want to make sure that that's for all of our cases. Ms. Price should be making sure that everybody is in compliance with the type of services that they are receiving. And so, Mr. Singleton, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, I just appreciate you guys letting me in the program here. I mean, it's helping me out a lot. I have to sit back and think about things, all the good things and not the bad things. I just appreciate you guys letting me in the program, giving me a second chance.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you taking that opportunity. Sometimes we give it and folks don't take it. And so they give it back.
Yeah, I'm using it. Believe me, I'm using it faithfully and wisely. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate all of you.
All right. Let me hear from Mr. Yancey. Mr. Yancey, what do you have?
Mr. Singleton, he's doing really well. He's getting all his therapy at this time from Lake Ridge with Miss Flores. She does contact me or I contact her. Either way, we connect. He's doing really well with that. And he's consistent, not missing appointments. So between that, his screenings, we're working on some pro-social activities, even though he does work a lot. But Mr. Singleton, he's in compliance. He's really serious about the program. A lot of times he'll be working and he might have to drive an hour to get to something that we need him to get to, but he always makes it, Your Honor. So that in itself is showing how committed he is. So so far so good with him. I think he's in the close to the tail end of his treatment, from what I've been told, but still got a little ways to go. So all is well right now with Mr. Singleton.
All right, awesome. What phase is Mr. Singleton in?
Yeah, he's phase 2.
He's in phase 2. And so what's today? Wow, it's already the end of September, y'all. All right. So this is what I would need you to do, Mr. Yancey. Let's do a, wait. Let's do, I'll see Mr. Singleton to check in on, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have you do a face-to-face with Mr. Singleton on October 9th, 2023, and that'll be at 1:30 because you said he's doing very well. Is that correct?
Yes, he is doing very well. That is correct.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Singleton, did you get that day?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. October 9th.
All right, very good. You are all set. Get back to work and we'll see you next time, but we're here if you need us, okay?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. I'm just out here trying to make the roads safer for all of us. So
I appreciate you doing that, sir. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, take care.
okay, you have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right, let's go to Mr. Fleming. I have for Mr. Fleming, James Fleming, 211-306-87. Good morning, Mr. Fleming.
Good morning.
How are you this morning, Mr. Fleming?
I'm doing okay. Doing pretty good.
Just doing okay?
Rainy. I always say that because it's always something, it's always something I'm doing, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So there's
Being
always something
productive,
else I'm
right?
trying. Yeah, always something productive that I'm trying to get done, mainly with family and stuff. So it's never boring. That's for sure.
All right. All right. So never boring. I got you. I got you. All right. And so I haven't seen, it feels like I haven't seen you in a while because you have progressed so far in the phase structure. How are you doing with working your program and not having as much contact with the court as you used to in the very beginning?
Right. I'm working it pretty good. Just realizing it's a life change. This program, I thought, like a gentleman had said before, your first one, and then you realize, no, it's a life change, and I have to remind myself of that. That you have to, it's not just like you finish the program, okay, it's done. So it's not like that, and the process is a little thing because I'm a little antsy, especially when I was, in the beginning about driving and stuff like that, and finding out, that's really, really a privilege to be out there driving. And Smart Start and all those things, they help. It's just, to
And
get you where you need to go.
you're not having any
Huh?
issues with, are you having any issues with your Smart Start?
No, no.
All right.
No.
Very good. You're doing what you have to do, right?
Yes, and just realizing, like before, it's just one day at a time. I try not to be, before I was trying to think ahead. Well, okay, we need to get this done, and just continue to work the program even after this is over. I really think this stay with you. I know for me it will.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I know that it was
Yes,
a little rocky when you first started, but you know what, Mr. Fleming, you have been doing it. You've been doing it. You've made some changes, some major changes in your life, and it looks like those changes are working for you. Am I correct?
yes, they are. Yeah, and I didn't think it. I didn't think it would. Wasn't going fast enough, but it goes according.
Yes. And so, how's your daughter doing?
That's what I was talking about. That's a little ongoing thing. And then, being in court and the fines and stuff is, because I have to, you got to pay to prepare for things with your kids, in the court system as far as with the kids. So that's what I'm working on now. But even that's good, being good, building up a relationship with her and staying focused on that, even though it hasn't been easy, it's been trying and to still stick with it. She's not too old right now, and I'm trying to definitely play a part. She's 12, so I only got a few more years before they start being able to make their own decisions about stuff. So I'm really trying to do a lot and praying on that, and I think it will happen. Even though it's been a little challenge, I think it will. I'm confident that it
Right.
will.
Just keep trying, keep working at it, okay? Just like you keep working on you, keep working at it with your daughter, okay?
Yeah, I
All right.
will.
What do you need us to help you with this morning or today, Mr. Fleming?
Uh, Nothing.
You sure?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. All right, Mr. Yancey?
Yeah, Mr. Fleming, he's been doing well. He's he's slowed down the pace to the point where he's doing quality work. So we appreciate that. That's benefiting him, especially with the other endeavors that he has surrounded around the program. He's been to at least 2 treatment programs. All the reports I get is that he has done excellent. Completed one. He's doing some things with another. So he's in full compliance with that screening, Smart Start. No issues with those. He's in full compliance with those. So he's doing really well. We do communicate. And he has another court that has watched him, and they know how well he's done and the benefits of this program. So he's just, looking forward to, I know he's looking forward to a conclusion, but as he articulated to me prior to being on Zoom, this will keep going for him. He's at a good pace, he had a good rhythm, and I think he'll continue this. It's helping his entire life, so.
Very good. All right, team, anything else as to Mr. Singleton in?
He's in phase 3 of a 3-phase.
All right, and so team, anything as to Mr. Singleton?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Keep up the good work, sir. Good report today. You're working the program. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Have a good day and be safe, sir. Thank you.
And if I could add, Judge,
Thank you.
Go ahead.
you're doing it, sir. Keep up the great work. We're very proud of you.
All right. Did you hear that, Mr. Singleton?
It's
Fleming.
Fleming.
Sorry, Mr. Fleming.
Yes, y'all didn't forget about yes, it's Fleming. Thank you.
All right. And so, Mr. Fleming, you're doing a great job. I want to encourage you to continue going, continue working, okay?
I will, yes. Yeah.
You're almost there. You're almost there. You've got a couple of loose ends you've got to tie up as to your case management, but you are almost there. So do not lose hope. Keep going. This is not the time to give up. Keep going.
Okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll contact Mr. Yancey about, I guess the payment part and try to get that stuff going.
All right. Very good. Very good. You are going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on October 16th, 2023. And that's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All set. You're in good shape.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mr. Hill, I can see you, so I'm gonna go to your case. Let's go, Mr. Hill. I have for you. Where's Mr. Hill on my docket? My docket is printed so lightly. I see him. He's 230000427. Mr. Hill, state your full name for me.
Alante Hill.
Good morning to you, Mr. Hill.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm all right. I was just dealing with my dog outside with the neighbor, but she all right now. That's why I keep looking over. I'm trying to see she good though.
Okay, now when I hear dog and neighbor, that's never a good combination because I don't ever want my neighbor's dog to be dealing with me.
It's cause like it's a certain, I think she's trying to get through a part in the fence and I keep forgetting that it's fixed right there. So it's like they don't understand that it's fixed on my side and she can't get through because I got it blocked off, but it's not fixed on their side. So it looks like she can get through.
What kind of
But
dog?
I got a pit bull.
Oh. Now, I'm gonna need you to
She's
be
a sweetheart.
okay, I have never known anything sweet about a pit bull, but anyways,
Yeah, I
listen,
know.
I won't need you to be neighborly and just ask them, can you repair their side too, so that they can have some peace and assurance that your dog won't get through. I'm just saying that in my neighborly role, because I don't want to have to spend money on my fence for your dog, but sometimes it's just like nice to extend an olive branch, even though it's their side. It's just a neighborly thing to do. I want to feel secure when I go in my yard.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so just a random act of kindness, just volunteer to fix their side of the fence so they can have some peace knowing your dog can't get through, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. You a nice guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I try to be.
You try to be. All right, you still new to the program. What do you think of it so far?
It's programming.
Who's it programming, you or me?
It's programming me. So
All
it's
right.
it's I, yeah, it's not. I mean, at first it was like, man, I got to deal with this. Now it's like, all right, it's not that bad. I can get it done.
And if you're gonna do
So
it, listen, I hope that you and Mr. Woods will look at this as not just getting it done, you know, as programming, and I'm gonna think of another word for it, because we want it to become lifestyle, so that even when you leave us, you will be cognizant of what you do, people you hang around, activities you participate in, what you take in, whether or not you get behind the wheel of a car, what kind of decisions you make. So I really, we call it the program, but I really want it to develop into lifestyle, so that it'll be just like second nature. You know how second nature, we get up, wash our face, brush our teeth, shower. Nobody has to tell us, wash your face, brush your teeth, you got to shower. I hope nobody has to tell you that. But, nobody has to tell us that stuff, right? It's just like second nature. For me, it's get my tea, get my decaf coffee, second nature. That's what I want the things in this program, what we call a program, to be for you by the time you get, to your higher phases, and then even after you leave us. So I want you to just get at some thought, both you and Mr. Woods, okay?
yeah.
I see Mr. Woods shaking his head, yes, too. All right, very good. What's been the most difficult part for you, Mr. Hale?
Honestly, I can't really say it. It's nothing really difficult about it. I mean,
It's just getting up doing it, right?
yeah, it's just, I guess it is. I guess it's just making sure that I, stay on track. And just got to remind myself that I can't afford to slip up or, to be doing nothing crazy. So, I mean, but for the most part, it's all right.
All right. Have you been seeing your counselor?
Yes.
How's that going?
We getting somewhere. It's difficult conversations at first, but it's like, it's showing me that it's not just, it's more to it than just me going to like have a drink or me trying to relax, or it's something more to it. The conversations isn't as easy, but I'm enjoying it. I guess it's showing me what I need to see for myself.
Thank you
So
for
it's
your
all right.
Thank you for your honesty and for taking the time to do that insight. Might not be easy, but it is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. So thank you. Thank you. What questions do you have for the team today, if any?
Right now, I mean, I'm still new at the program, so I really don't have any questions.
Okay. All right, but we're here if you do, right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Mr. Griffin, what you want to tell me about Mr. Hill? He's so cool. He done unnerved me this morning talking about his dog and his neighbor, because I can't even imagine it. I'm horrified of dogs, and I wouldn't want my neighbor's dog terrorizing me, looking like it could come through the gate.
Yeah.
Mr. Hill.
Yeah. Mr. Held is doing good so far. It's funny, the conversation that you just had with him, I had with him. I tell him, I don't want him to just go through this program. I want him, to get something out of the program. I tell him, when you first start, it's a little rough, just to buy in and, and trust and everything. But, it's really a lot to learn about yourself when you're in this program. And it'd be a shame to go through the program and don't get nothing out of it, just going through the motions or whatever. I just think there's a lot to learn about yourself, your environment and things like that. And so that's why I think this program. So me and him did talk yesterday, matter of fact, Sunday afternoon, and I know some of the things that I talked about. It's like, it takes a while to embrace and to understand, get used to the judge, get used to the hearing. But when you're in counseling and things like that, I mean, those people are there to help you. So those are things that we talked about. So I think he's going to be fine. It's just, be tough coming to something that you don't want to be in, but we didn't ask you to be here. You here now, so you might as well get something out of it. And that's the way I look at it. Why waste 24 months, 14 months, 18 months, and you don't get nothing out of it? So it's just a waste of time and money. But I think Mr. Hell will be fine. Communication wise, man, him talk. He's doing his counseling, he's doing his testing, so he's doing everything he's supposed to do at this time, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Hale?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Hale. You're working the program. Don't get overwhelmed. I think this is a good day because you saw graduation completion. Mr. Dorsey, you heard what he had to say. Program doesn't last forever. It will be over before you know it. Take advantage of the opportunity, the tools that are offered. We want you to be able to make better choices when you leave the program. But you're doing a great job. Be proud of yourself. You're new to the program. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. Ask questions. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
If I could add, Judge, Mr. Hale, you've hit the ground running so far. That's great to hear. Keep up the great work, sir, and good luck with that dog.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
There you go. All right, Mr. Hale, if no questions, you are in phase 1. So that means I'm going to see you again next week. I'll see you on October 9th, and that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. Okay? All right, it'll be on Zoom, as long as things are the way they should be. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hale, for your patience this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let's go to Mr. Woods. I have for Mr. Woods, case number SP 981-035, counts 1 and 2, and case number 173-424-031. Good morning, Mr. Woods. Unmute and state your full name for me.
DeJuan Woods.
Good morning, Mr. Woods. How are you this morning?
I've been better, but I've been worse.
Okay. All right. Can we unpack that a little bit? Just a little bit with what you can share. You've been better. Tell me a little bit about that.
I done woke up with a lot of energy, and sometimes I done woke up sick, so it could be worse.
Yeah. So you woke up with a lot of energy. What you gonna do with all that energy? I hope it's good energy, positive energy.
Try to take care of all these things I got wrote down, this whole list of everything I got wrote down, all my goals.
For today?
No, that's for this whole probation.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna start working on some of those things. And hopefully you have shared some of those things with your case manager too, right?
I didn't share this list with nobody.
Okay. Would you be willing to share it with your case manager?
Yes, it's something personal, and I think it'll change my life if I actually stick to it.
Okay. I want you to share it because you said it's personal. I want you, if you don't mind, I'd like you to share it with your case manager, because if there's anything that we can do to help you to achieve those goals, point you in the right direction, connect you with resources, we want to do that. We're more than just coming to court. We are really here to help people change their lives. And so I'd like you to share that with your case manager. You'll do that for me?
Yes, ma'am, no problem. I got a question to ask. Do I come see you on the 29th? There's a ticket right
The
here.
29th of, the 29th of what?
Friday, that's Friday, this month.
Remember.
No. Did you receive, do you have, what's the case number on that matter? Read the case.
230-57-36-201.
That's a different case. I don't see that case on the docket. Do you all?
It says Holmes.
That's me, and that's you.
Yep.
And
Judge,
you are with me, yes.
that may be the underlying case for the program. The 3 cases on the docket are the traffic matters that we're handling that were scheduled for pretrial. I don't see his case, underlying case, not on my docket anyway.
Got it. It's not on my docket either, so they did not put it on my docket.
Yeah,
Thank you for bringing that. My print is really light today. My printer is almost out of ink. Mr. Yancey?
Yeah, I might be able to shed a little bit of light on that. The number he just read, that's the number that the case manager has for his case. I think a lot of times some of my participants are receiving postcards with the wrong date. So we always ask them to get the correct date from their case managers. So he probably got a postcard and it just had the wrong date on it. He's here at the right time and
All
everything
Very
else
good.
is okay.
But we know I need to look at these pre-trials. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, what are you all doing about these 3 matters that are up for pre-trial today?
Yes,
Did you all
Judge,
get a chance to talk with the prosecutor?
I did, Your Honor. And if he pleads on the first matter ending in 0351, that matter would be reduced to fail to display, added to the court's order under this program, and the other 2 would be dismissed as long as he successfully completed this program.
All right, awesome. And so, Mr. Woods, do you agree to those terms that the attorney just read into the record?
Yes, I agree.
All right, let me have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Vikings, as to his constitutional rights.
Thank you, Judge. Sir, you understand that in each of these 3 matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you wish to waive that right
I
and
can
enter a
barely
guilty.
hear him, though. I need you to speak up to, or
I'm
uncover.
sorry
You
about
sound like
that.
your mic be covered. Okay, that's better. All right.
Let me repeat. You understand that in each of these 3 matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes,
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
yes.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Nope, that just me. Yep.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Where I direct your attention to the citation ending in 0351. On that date and at that time, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was, sir. I thought it was Highland Park. It's Highland Park, but
No, this is the Detroit one. And at that date and time, sir, when asked to produce a valid license, you could not do so because your license was improper, correct?
yes, that is the truth.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I am accepting your plea of guilty. Ms. Drew, I am reducing the charge to failure to display. I am adding this to his treatment court order. And the remaining 2 matters, count 2, and then the case ending in 4031, I am dismissing without prejudice. Please put in the ROA that he must successfully complete specialty court in order to continue to have the dismissals. He must successfully complete specialty court.
Okay.
And then Ms. Drew, his case, SP 9, I can't read, it's too light. Count 1, the one he just pled to, as well as case number 230-573-6201. Those will be the matters that will be scheduled for review on October 9th, 2023. No, I'm sorry. 1 second. I think I have that wrong.
Get my pen. I'm sorry.
Yes, he would have a face-to-face. I'm in the wrong month. Hold on, y'all.
It's all right. I'm getting me a pen.
All right. He would have a face-to-face on Monday, October 2nd, 2023. And that would be at 1:30. And then I would see him on the 9th. So, Mr. Yancey, that's how we'll work it. Right? So you'll have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on October 2nd. I skipped a whole week. October 2nd at 1:30 p.m. Did you get that, Mr. Wood?
Yep, I'm writing it down now.
All right, wonderful. Have you been meeting with your counselor?
My counselor. You talking about my probation officer?
No, for your sessions to do a one-on-one talk.
You talking about the therapist down the street?
Yes.
I did my orientation. I didn't know I was supposed to go as much as they told me, so I went and did my orientation. I got a meeting with him Wednesday, 1 o'clock.
All right, and you're gonna do it, right, Mr. Woods?
It's just a walk down the street.
I love it. All right, Mr. Yancey, again, please get with Ms. Price to make sure that plan is in line with what is expected while he's in our specialty court. All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Mr. Woods, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay,
All right.
I like your drive, Mr. Woods. I like your commitment. You are doing this. You've written down your stuff. Listen, I used to say, if I write it down, the world is in trouble. Because when I write stuff down that this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. Come hell or high water. I might not do it when I say I'm going to do it, but it's going to get done. So yeah, my mother used to say she would cringe when she would see those lists in my room because she knew that was it. There was no way I was going to cross something off that list unless I completed it. So I appreciate you. I applaud you for that. Keep on moving. Keep on working hard. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, Mr. Yance.
Judge,
Oh, go ahead.
well, if I could add, and I just want you to know, Mr. Woods, it's probably you already know, I write things down too. The extreme satisfaction you get when you're able to cross something off that list.
Yes,
It's just
sir.
wonderful.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, when you get to, that's done. So
Yes.
keep up the great work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it kind of gives you fire that what's next? What's
Yeah.
next? If I did this one, I can do the next one. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for Mr. Woods?
Your Honor, Mr. Wood, he's doing well. He hasn't been with us long. He's waiting for verification of his new date. He did talk about that. He's compliant. He's compliant with screening. So, he's connected with therapy. He's currently doing well with stabilization. So, for the short period of time he's been with us, he's doing well. Obviously, he's attentive. He's paying attention to other people and, their successes. So I think he's gotten a good start, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Anything else from the team as to Mr. Wood?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Great job, Mr. Woods. You're working the program. I talked with Mr. Woods during the intake, went over the court's orders. One of his goals is to get a valid driver's license. The underlying charge is not a drinking and driving charge. He has no drinking and driving charges on his record. Took a step today toward getting the valid license for him, taking care of those 3 tickets, Mr. Woods. So you're getting closer, and we're going to keep working on that for you because I know you want to get a valid driver's license, sir.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Thank you, Mr. Woods. Always good to see you, sir.
All right. So Mr. Reed, are you saying he can go to the Secretary of State and ask for a license?
It doesn't hurt to ask, but I would like to take a look at that SOS one more time. He mentioned the ticket in Highland Park. I don't remember a Highland Park ticket on the SOS. I know he had those 3 matters in Detroit, and he's taking care of those, but he may have reinstatement fees, and I'm not sure if they're on the tickets. He may have to pay some reinstatement fees.
All right. All right. And so Miss Drew, if you could send Mr. Reed an SOS for Mr. Woods, that would be wonderful. And then I don't know, Mr. Reed, do you want him to hang around for a second or?
I can take a look at it, or I can be in touch with Mr. Yancey, and Mr. Yancey can confirm what we need to do in order for him to have a valid license.
All right. Did you hear that, Mr. Woods? Your case manager will circle back around to you to let you know what Mr. Reed comes up with, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and especially if he's eligible to just go and apply for a license, let's get that information to him sooner than later so he can go do it, okay?
Yes.
Yes,
right.
Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, make sure you check your chat. All right, very good. You're all set. You got your dates, right?
I got my dates.
All right, then you are all set, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good to see you. Keep up the good work.
Good to see you too. Take care.
All right. Thank you, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. I have a couple of people that were scheduled today for 8:45. I know that Mr. Austin is in the courtroom, and as soon as your attorney gets here, Ms. Warfield will be ready to proceed.
Ms.
Okay.
Warfield is here, Your Honor.
Oh, wonderful. All right, Ms. Warfield. We'll let me wrap up a little bit more of our today's specialty court, and then you all let me know when you're ready. All right, very good. Has anyone heard from Curtis Smith? No. All right.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
Your Honor, his mother is in the courtroom, but I have not seen Curtis Smith. She says she dropped him off, but he hasn't made it to the courtroom.
She dropped him off at the court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's figure that one out. He's on the Wednesday specialty docket, is that correct? I think he is.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
yes, ma'am. He's mental health court, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, officer. Let's go to give me 1 second. Where is Dennis Dillard?
Your Honor, Mr. Dillard is mine. I have been trying to reach Mr. Dillard. I have even called and spoke to his grandmother, who was also trying to get a hold of him, but I have not been able to reach him this morning. So I'm continuing to try and find and locate Mr. Dillard.
Okay, all right, let's see if we can. And Marvin Griffin? I'm sorry, Marvin Green.
Your Honor, he should be on for Thursday. He was on this past Thursday on the 21st, and he should have been back for the 28th. So I called Ms. Drew this morning and to put him for the 28th. That's the next date that we have for him.
All right, so Ms. Drew, can you take Marvin Green off for today and make sure he's on for Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I think Dorian Guy is one of our Wednesday cases.
He's upstairs testing. Mr. Guy.
Yes, Mr. Guy is here. He's upstairs testing right now.
All right, wonderful. I'll hear from his case manager. And then I also have Sean Cook. Mr. Cook is from our Wednesday cases. Is he there?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Cook is not here.
All right, I'll find out. They have reached out and said they needed to speak with me. All right. I need just a moment to see what's going on, and then I'll come back. Ms. Jackson, you got to get on time. And so I'm going to come back and call your case as soon as I speak with the case manager from the other court. All right. Thank you all for your patience. I think I saw that Janine Thomas Orr is in the waiting room. She is not eligible for a Zoom hearing, so.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
that's not her. I guess that's her support system.
Oh,
She's
okay.
actually on her way into the courtroom.
All right, very good. Ms. Warfield, please stay at the podium for me. I'm going to go forward with Mr. Smith, and then I need to do Ms. Jackson, and then I'll go to Mr. Austin, okay? And I need to get some dates put on for my today's specialty court. All right, I am ready on Curtis Smith, case number SP 114-13751. Attorney Warfield, place your appearance on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391 on behalf of Special Court Defense Counsel.
All right, thank you. And then Mr. Green.
Yes, Your Honor. Demetrius Green, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green. All right, Mr. Green, tell us why you are asking this court. Did you get in touch with the prosecutor? Just curious.
No, Your Honor, I was unable to.
Okay, all right. And so tell us why you are requesting a warrant as to Mr. Smith and to have him picked up.
Yes, Your Honor, I am requesting a warrant because Mr. Smith left the facility that he was ordered to stay at until today. He left the facility on September 24th at 1:57 p.m. And reported several locations over Detroit, and before ultimately being.
Wait a minute, you blotted out just a little bit. He reported several, and then you blotted out a little.
Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, he went to several locations throughout Detroit before stopping and going to his mother's location, which he was explicitly told not to go to. And at this time, he was brought to the courthouse today, and now his whereabouts are unknown. So today I'm requesting a warrant.
Okay, Ms. Warfield, so the warrant is being requested on two bases. One, he left the treatment facility without this court's permission. He was on house arrest there. He was ordered not to leave once he was released from the Wayne County Jail. And then secondly, he was supposed to be on my docket at 8:35 this morning. I've called for him at least twice, and his whereabouts are unknown. I do know that his mother is sitting in the courtroom, but no one knows where he is in that building. And they should be notified also that he's there with that tether on and not where he should be.
Yes, Your Honor, I have been I'm sorry, yes, I have been made aware of the circumstances. I do agree that a warrant would be necessary. I asked if we could wait until the end of the docket just to see if his mother could find him in the building. Because she did just walk out to see if she can find him in the building, but I'm asking if we can wait to put that warrant in the system just until we can see if he's in the building.
I'm not feeling comfortable with that, Ms. Warfield. He's not in compliance with staying in treatment like this court ordered him to. And as a matter of fact, I need to send notice to security because it sounds like he's a little unstable. Mr. Green also received a phone call from Mr. Green. You can place that information on the record, although we're not pursuing anything because we're not allowed to do that, but it does cause me some concern. Mr. Green, just share that phone conversation that you have.
Yes, Your Honor. I received a phone call from the defendant's mother's neighbor who lives right next door. She reported that Mr. Smith had been constantly harassing her and stalking her and has continued to do so even since he's been released. So with that information, I did instruct her to follow the proper protocol in order to get something done on behalf of that. At this time, she did express to me that she is very fearful. So I think that it is imperative that we get a warrant out to make sure that Mr. Smith does not cause harm to himself or to others.
Well, Your Honor, I was not made aware of that fact, so I do concur with the court's recommendation at this time.
All right, I'm going to issue that warrant, get it to Ms. Mack, contact the prosecutor. I'll get it to Ms. Mack for my signature, and let's contact the prosecutor and house arrest. Let's locate him because he's got a tether on. Let's locate him. He's probably somewhere not far from the court, and we'd like to get him before he gets too far out. Okay. All
Will
right.
do, Your Honor.
I need you all to follow up with me, close the circle with me on Mr. Smith, okay?
Will do.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Miss Warfield, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do Miss Jackson, and then I'll be ready for your case. All right, let's go, Miss Jackson. I'm gonna do your case. Get on time next time, Miss Jackson. Let's do it. That's okay. But you here. That's all that matters. Well, that ain't all that matters, but you are here. All right, let's go. I have for Shakia Jackson, Z80. I need somebody to read the case number. It's too light on my docket. My apologies.
Yeah, I can read it, Your Honor. It's Z807-2891.
All right, thank you. Miss Jackson, state your full name for me.
Shakia Jackson.
How are you today, Miss Jackson?
I'm doing good. I just got in the house not too long ago, so I was getting some Z's. I apologize.
That's okay. I see you. You look so nice today. Are you just getting off from work?
Yes, ma'am.
How's work going for you?
Going good. I ended up trying. I was in Pontiac at first. I ended up transferring to Romulus. That's a lot closer, so I get a lot more sleep.
Good for you. Good for you. How are they treating you where you are, Miss Jackson?
They treat me real good. I'm learning different things. I'm learning way more than I have learned in Pontiac. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. And so, Miss Jackson, what's one thing that you have learned about yourself since you've been with us that you didn't even know about yourself?
I say how to give gratitude, how to be thankful, remain humble, not giving up. And so that's
Yes.
very through this, through my trials and tribulations that I'm going through.
Yes. Remain humble and be thankful. We all have something to be thankful for, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You have some new glasses on today.
No, these my old glasses. So I ain't gonna say they new, they rarely new. So the program that I am, they helped me get it. So yeah, I can see now.
Yes. All right. Wonderful. Whole new world for you, right?
Yes, everything's so much bigger.
Yes. Very good. Miss Jackson, is there anything you're struggling with, having a difficult time with, that you need us to tackle with you?
So I recently just faced Grosse Point. I'm still kind of nervous about Hazel Park. I don't know. But I know I do have to face them.
All right. Miss Jackson, I need you to go today in a breakout room with one of the attorneys to give them information on Hazel Park. And then whoever goes in that breakout room with Miss Jackson, let's get with Mr. Yancey so we can at least send something to them. I don't have any authority in Hazel Park, zero, okay? But we can let them know that you're here with us and the wonderful things that you're doing to work the program so far and what the program entails and how much close contact we really keep with you. And so hopefully that may be of some assistance, but I need someone to help her. I don't want her to not face Hazel Park and then end up locked up. We've had it happen to others, end up locked up, and we could have helped them in some way. Okay.
Yes,
All right,
I'll
Mr. We got someone.
Yes, I'll go in the breakout room with her, Judge.
All right, wonderful. We'll do that at the end of your hearing. How does that sound to you, Miss Jackson?
Like a blessing. I'm not by myself. They say you ain't got to do it by yourself. Thank you.
There you go. So we got some help, someone to assist you. All right. Everything else is going well so far?
Yes, ma'am. I got my certificate for first home buyers program. So I have like a little class on the 28th. So I'll be able to see what I got to do as far as like looking for a house and fixing it up, like sitting down with a lender and everything like that. So,
Come on, Miss Jackson. You doing some stuff you've never done. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I would never thought about doing this, but I'm doing it.
Do it. Wonderful. I know several young people who have gotten into programs for first time home ownership. And what I loved about it is they didn't just say no, they actually sit with you and tell you the things that you need to do so that you do become eligible to get a lender, to help you with the home as well as making the necessary repairs to the home. And I've seen programs like that work in the past. So don't get discouraged. Stick with it. Stick with it. I know of a couple who did that program and they got all of their windows, brand new windows in their house. All brand new windows because they went through the program. They got their credit together. They followed the steps that they told them to follow, which were doable steps. They were manageable and they were not extraordinary. And so I just want to encourage you to stick with it. Okay. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. Do you have any questions for the team this morning before you go in that breakout room with Mr. Fikens?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for Miss Jackson?
Yeah, Miss Jackson, she's doing pretty well. She's still at beginning step residential. So they did transfer her to Romulus, which was a better location, so that she could easily work and still do everything in her program. So I've gotten some verbal reports from them as far as that she's in compliance, that she's going to all her treatment sessions, making screens, just doing everything over there so far. And, obviously they've connected her with first time buyer program. So that's incredibly awesome. So I'm sure that's scary, but exciting. So, one step at a time, and she's taking big steps. So all is well with Miss Jackson at this time. She is hanging in there with the program. She's just trying to do everything that's asked of her.
Awesome. So proud of you. So proud of you, Miss Jackson. Anything from any of the other team members as to Miss Jackson?
Yes, Judge. Just keep up the good work, Miss Jackson. Good report. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
And Judge, I'd only ask, and this only kind of pertains to Miss Jackson, if Ms. Drew could send me an SOS for Shakia Jackson. That I would
Sure
appreciate.
will. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Drew. All right. If nothing else, Miss Jackson is in phase 1. Mr. Yancey, I'd like for you to have.
She's in 2.
Oh, she's in 2. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Miss Jackson, don't let me get it wrong. All right. So, Miss Jackson, I'm going to have you see me. No, Miss Jackson is doing very well. Is that correct, Mr. Yancey?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So I'm going to have her do a face-to-face on October 9th, 2023, and that's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Okay? Sounds good, Miss Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Good to see you, ma'am. Get you some rest and
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
going. I want you to hold on and go to that, get an invitation to the breakout room and go talk to Mr. Fikens, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right,
Thank you,
I'm going to put your dates. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. I'm going to put some dates on the record for today's specialty court because I believe everybody else is from, everybody else is from Wednesday's specialty court. So let's do it. I have Angelica Rios, case number 200-445-1804. I will see Miss Rios on Monday, October 2nd, 2023. And that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. I have Siobhan Rowe, case number SP1298290, counts 1 and 2, SP135-31341, and case number 220-575-5201. She will also see me on October 2nd, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. I have Jerome Thomas. His case number is Z80834, looks like 61. And Mr. Thomas is he's regular specialty court, is that correct?
He is, Your Honor, and he's phase 3. He's in the regular specialty courts.
All right, thank you. So I'll see him October 2nd, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. I have for Andre Jones, case number. Somebody has to read. Can you read Andre Jones for me, his case number?
213-0190.
Thank you. I'll see Mr. Jones on October 2nd at 8:45 a.m. For James Murray, 22280-129 FH. I'll see Mr. Murray on October 2nd at 8:45 a.m. For Vincent Patricola. Yeah. Okay, Vincent Patricola, case number C211336A. I'll see Mr. Patricola on October 2nd at 8:45 a.m. And then for Daryl Williams, case number 210-01102. I will also see him on October 2nd at 8:45 a.m. Did I miss anyone for scheduling? All right, I should be good with today's specialty court. We have our docket scheduled for tomorrow, which is our Veterans Treatment Court docket. And then we have our regular cases that are scheduled for tomorrow. And so I will need to start staffing. I won't be able, I don't know how quick we'll get finished with the other matters. So staffing will likely not be until 1:30 today. And so make sure you all be prepared to tell me wins, losses, achievements, accomplishments, obstacles, phases, recommendations, and we'll be ready to go at 1:30.
Judge,
Okay.
if I may, a follow-up for Mr. Woods. I reviewed his SOS. Mr. Yancey, he has a speeding ticket, civil infraction in Highland Park that is showing suspension. He also has a civil infraction in Hazel Park, blockading or impeding traffic, which is showing a suspension. I believe those two matters need to be taken care of before he should go to the Secretary of State and try to get a license. Hazel Park, blockading, impeding traffic, Highland Park, speeding, 40 in the 30-mile zone, both civil infractions for Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Yancey. I would still like to send them something, just letting them know that, I don't know if you have case numbers, you can share them with them offline, but share, if you have case numbers from Highland Park and Hazel Park, I'd like to just send something to them and encourage him to go. Just encourage him to go. Maybe they'll, I don't know.
Judge, I have case numbers. I'll give them to Mr. Yancey. We'll talk maybe at staffing or before. I'll give him a call.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. All right. Anything else from today's specialty court before I switch gears to Wednesday's court?
No, Judge.
I did hear back from Mr. Dillard just now, and he said he is going to jump on the Zoom. We'll see if he figures that out. But I did want to let you know I did finally hear back from him.
And what's his problem? He was scheduled for 8:45. It's now 10 o'clock, 10:07.
I know, Your Honor. He did not identify to me what his problem was, so we can ask him when he comes on. I'm guessing he was asleep, but I don't know that for a fact. I'm just going based off what he sounded like when he called me.
Okay. Well, he might have to wait it out a little bit because I've got some matters I've got to get done for Wednesday.
That's
all right.
fine.
Very good. Let me know. All right, Miss Warfield, are you ready? You have Austin this morning. You have Dorian God this morning. Don Cook this morning. And Janine Thomas Orr. You got a whole full day of Wednesday docket on Monday. All right.
Home, right?
Who do you want to start with? Oh, we need a prosecutor. No, we need prosecutors on your matters, right? All right, can you all reach out? I'm sorry.
I said, I do believe we do need a prosecutor.
I know I do need them on Austin. I need them on Thomas Orr as well.
Right.
So can you reach out? Can somebody reach?
We did. I did. Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. Can you get the case managers on for Dorian Guy, do we need a prosecutor for Dorian Guy?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Green has spoke with him. Apparently, he has a new address that he just surprised Mr. Green of, so I'm not sure what the recommendation is gonna be for him as of yet. And I know Mr. Cook is here, and he's upstairs testing. And we are still waiting for Ms. Thomas or. Yeah, Mr. Guy is upstairs, yeah, we talked to Mr. Green.
Both of them
So
are
everyone-
upstairs testing?
Yes, but Ms. Thomas or has not arrived as of yet in the courtroom.
Okay. I think I scheduled her at 10, so, all right. All right, very good. Okay, so that leaves me at a standstill. Did Miss Harris's client join? Mr. Dillard? Miss Harris, do you know if he's on? I'm looking in the waiting room. Nobody
Yeah.
has a name on their device, so,
I don't see him.
Hello, Mr. Nance. Good, how are you?
all right. Okay, I just need y'all to know, okay. Okay, let me know. I was trying to squeeze them in, so you wouldn't be waiting around. Yeah. I hate when they come when they want, because I don't want to punish the case managers. You all have work to do, and lots of it. There's no shortage of work. I'm gonna just take a brief recess and let me know when prosecutor and we're ready to roll. All right. All right, I'm going to call Mr. Austin's matter. It's my understanding that we're ready. I have Z8087701 for Calvin Austin.
Did we need Ms. Warfield, Judge? She just stepped away for a second. Oh, wait.
She's coming right back. She's the one that told me we were ready to go.
Okay. Oh,
Now, Mr. Dillard, you're not gonna be able to come to my courtroom when you get ready, or I'm gonna have you start coming to your hearings in person. That's how that's gonna work. Your time is your time. And nobody's gonna be calling you to get in my courtroom. All right, Mr. Austin, I'm fussing at Mr. Dillard. Mr. Austin, state your full name for me, please.
Calvin Austin.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Austin?
I'm doing good. I'm okay this morning.
All right, you know that I was sending you to the Wayne County Jail today. Did you know that?
No, ma'am.
I was.
I know you said you was gonna send me to jail if my test didn't come back negative.
So, Mr. Austin, what do you think is different? What are you doing different? Because all of a sudden, you got negative screens.
Since you told me that, I've been drinking more water every day, like I really been actively trying to flush my system. But it's just been like drinking copious amounts of water, like I'm drinking a bottle of water every hour on hour.
Mr. Austin, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Miss Warfield, are you in the courtroom? I'm sorry, I started and I didn't verify.
Yes, I am in the courtroom, Your Honor.
All right, very good. So I've learned that your screens have been negative, Mr. Austin. And because you have been doing everything else that this court has ordered you to do, then I'm not inclined to send you to jail today. But I am going to inconvenience you because I can't keep you in the program testing positive. I just can't. It's an infringement on my funding and all of those things. And so I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. But because you have negative screens today and you've had a few, I think there were at least 2 others, Mr. Green, I'm not inclined to send you to the Wayne County Jail today. But I'm just letting you know that you're not going to be able to do this program and test positive. You're not. I appreciate you working the program. So that's the only reason why I'm doing something different with you than I did with somebody else, is because everything else you're doing, and I applaud you for that. But you've got to keep a record of everything from this day forward that you take in, that you eat, that you put on your skin, that you ingest. Everything, date, time, how much, so that we can get it to the people that can analyze it to determine why your screens have been positive. And I need you to do that and turn it in to your case manager every Friday by 3:30. Can I get you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you have for me?
I've just been working lately, like I'm still trying to close on my house because they messed up my application, but other than that, like I was telling Jessica, like I'm appreciating the small things now. Whereas before I wasn't so appreciative, like I appreciate my freedom and like the opportunity that the court has given me and stuff like that.
I'm
And
proud
Your
of
Honor,
you.
if I can take it.
Go ahead,
I
attorney.
can take it a step further because Mr. Austin is being very modest right now, and I'm not sure why, because it's not a time to be modest. We had about a 20-minute phone conversation this morning, more so about how his family, his friends, his coworkers have seen a difference in him as well, in regards to his attitude, in regards to how he processes information. He told me, on top of the appreciation that he has a new hope in life. He's not bitter like he used to be. So I want this court to know that he is taking full advantage of the resources that have been allotted to him, and that he is very appreciative of this chance that we are giving him, Your Honor.
Very good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I saw the prosecutor come on. Prosecutor Walker, place your appearance on the record for me.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
All right. We have talked ad nauseum, the team, about Mr. Austin and his positive screens. He's been with us for at least 8 months. And today was the day that I was pulling the trigger because I can't keep him in the program and he's consistently testing positive for a substance. And so he's now testing negative, which is good. He's also going to keep the consumption log and turn it in every Friday by 3:30 to his case manager. So we have a log of what's going on with him so that if there is a positive screen and is not in that log, you probably going to have some real issues with this court. And so I want to give him another opportunity. The difference between him and others is that Mr. Austin has been doing everything else the court has ordered him to do. And he's really making some strides in his personal life, even though the other day he got a little attitude with me and was talking sideways to me. But I understand people some days have those kind of attitudes. And so I'm gonna let it go, even though, yeah. And so I'm let it go. But he has been working the program. So I want to give him another go at it to continue his services and continue his program. But I'll hear from you as well.
Yes, Judge, just really briefly, Mr. Austin, I appreciate that you're working the program, and I did have the opportunity to speak or to hear you speaking about you getting a house and getting things really together for yourself. Don't let this make you go sideways. Don't have me get called in here and have to ask to have you put in jail, and then you miss your house closing, and then you miss all those good things that you want to do. You choose what you put into your mouth. You choose that every single day. So be careful what you do what the judge says, and keep this log. And please don't make me have to come in here and ask to put you in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right. Awesome. All right. If anything else, Mr. Green, was there anything you needed to add?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Austin is, tested negative now, and I believe that now that we can move forward and start on a clean slate, and we'll progress as we need to.
All right. Very good. Then I am going to give, and I'm gonna let him, Miss Warfield, I know I said I was gonna bring him every week in, but he's in phase 1. He's been in phase 1 200 and something days. Not gonna work, Mr. Austin. You got to get moving. And so listen, I'm going to bring you back, but I'm gonna give you your 2 weeks. I'm gonna bring you back on October. No, yep, that's right. It'll be October 9th, 2023. And that will be. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Wednesday. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wednesday, yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes.
My apologies. All right. So then what I'll have to do, Miss Warfield, for that week, I won't be able to do the Wednesday. So it's gonna have to be the 9th. Work with me for a couple of, just this week and the next one, okay?
Not a problem, Your Honor, not a problem.
So we don't have to be the 9th of October at 8. No, I'm gonna bring you in at 9:30. I'll bring you in at 9:30, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Green, does that need to be in person? Are we giving him another?
No, Your Honor. I think Zoom is fine, Your Honor.
I didn't hear you.
I think Zoom is fine, Your Honor.
All right, let me tell you, your next positive screen, the remainder of your visits, if there are any remainders, will be in person in the courthouse, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Austin. Look, if you need help, if there's something you're struggling with, let us know. We're not here to hurt you, but we can only help you when we're working with the real facts. Anything else, it's gonna feel like we hurt you. Okay? All right, thank you, sir. I don't have anything else for Mr. Austin. Is he free to leave?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
You're free to leave, Mr. Austin. Take care.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
You're very welcome.
Your
All right,
Honor,
are we ready?
Mr. Dorian Guy as well.
Who, I'm sorry?
Mr. Dorian Guy.
Okay, I was trying to get the prosecutor matters done.
Ms. Thomas is upstairs testing, Your Honor.
Okay, can they, Prosecutor Walker, do you have a few moments to hang out with us until she comes down from testing?
Yes, Judge, we have a 10:45 trial as well, so
Okay, is that a go? Is that a go?
I think it'll end up resolving, Judge.
Okay, all right. So if you could hang out with us, that would be great.
Absolutely.
I thought we were I thought she was there. I forgot she had the test and all that good stuff. All right. And did you and counsel need to go in the breakout room and speak?
Yes, please, Judge.
To give you co-host abilities, and you may do that at this time. Good morning, Counsel Mihana. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
All right, you all can go in the breakout room.
Thank
All
you.
right, Miss Warfield, we're ready on Mr. Guy.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Let's do it. I have case number 173-80215, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Guy, state your full name for me.
Marquis Guy.
All right, good morning, Mr. Guy. How are you this morning?
Hold it up.
I can't hear you. Speak into that microphone for me.
Holding up. I'm holding up.
Okay, you had a roof over your head this weekend?
Yes, I did.
You had food to eat?
Yes.
All right, and you were in an environment where the staff treated you well?
Yes.
All right, did you treat them well?
Yeah, I did.
All right, very good. Then you're doing really good. Good. You having a better Monday than a lot of folks in the city of Detroit, Mr. Guy. You having a better Monday. All right, and so, Mr. Guy, it's my understanding that you provided another address. We've got to give Mr. Green an opportunity to verify that address and to speak to the owner or whoever is living there that it's okay for you to be there. Okay?
All right. Okay.
And so, Ms. Green, when can you get that done?
Your Honor, I can get that done. I guess it's kind of contingent on the response that I get from the person who owns the property, but ultimately, I would think in the next few days, if possible.
All right, very good. So, Mr. Green, this is what I'll do. I will bring him back on he's to stay at Lake Ridge until we can get everything verified. I'm going to set a court date for Thursday, which would be Thursday is September the 28th, 2023. Give me 1 second, ma'am. Thursday the 28th, 2023. I will set it for 9:00 a.m. And if you are able to determine something before, I'll be the one, we'll bring him back earlier. And I will let you know when you are free to leave Lake Ridge. Until then, you're to stay there, okay, Mr. Guy?
All right.
Your Honor, I do have a request. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Guy this morning. He is on a tether. I was going to see if we could remove that tether today.
I'm not going to remove it until I have been able to verify where he's going and that kind of thing, okay? So give me until Thursday. Give me until Thursday. At least until Thursday, unless I hear something sooner. All right, Mr. Guy, and Mr. Guy is connected to his services. Is that correct, Mr. Green? He's going to sessions. I don't want him just sitting in Lake Ridge. I need him working. Yes?
No, Your Honor, we were unable to get him properly registered for Lake Ridge because we were under the impression he was just there for the housing portion. So he has not been officially registered, and that's also because the price was not in yesterday, on Friday.
That's right.
So
Is he
we
gonna
can't
see
get
the
him-
price today?
I guess it's kind of, if it's really contingent on if the address that he provides is verified, because if he is, if the address can be verified and he can go back to his address, then we wouldn't need to put him in services at Lake Ridge. But if he is going to stay in Lake Ridge, we would have to put him through the process and have him, do the residential portion.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can get. But I want him connected to his treatment piece, Mr. Green. I don't want that to lapse. He just came out of inpatient. I want him to be connected to continuing care. I don't want to lapse in services, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, we can get that situated today before he leaves. We can get him connected with Ms. Price.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Please close the circle with me today and let me know that that task has been completed, okay? All right. Thank you, Mr. Guy, for hanging in there. I'm gonna see you on Thursday or sooner, all right? Mr. Guy?
Okay, all right, okay, I'll see you Thursday.
All right, okay. Take care.
Your Honor, quick question. Did you need to, see Mr.
Give me a
Cook?
second, you all. I need to take this call. Just one second. Team, can you all tell me if Mr. Smith's mother is still sitting in the courtroom? Hello, hello. Oh, wait a minute. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. No, she's not in the courtroom.
Did she leave?
If you could call the court, yes, ma'am, she left. If you could call the court, ma'am, I could give you some additional information.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Warfield, there was something that you were trying to indicate to the court before I had to take that call from security. Ms. Warfield, if you're speaking to me, I can't hear you. Is Ms. Warfield in the courtroom? Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong room.
No, Your Honor, Ms. Warfield is not in the courtroom at this moment.
Oh, okay, gotcha. She was trying to say something to me. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. I really need to get started with Thomas or Mr. Cook, because otherwise they're gonna have to wait a minute for me. Are we ready on Mr. Cook?
Mr. Cook is upstairs, still trying to test.
Good morning, Mr. Donahue. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Have a good one.
All right, you getting ready to leave out?
Shannon said she'll call me if she needs me. I have another hearing I gotta jump on.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Be safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
If the prosecutor can hear me, are we ready on the 1045? And Ms. Drew, if you could look up the 1030 to see if they paid. I don't think I would have a 1030 on my docket as a retail fraud for payment.
And no, they did not pay, Your Honor.
Is that case actually assigned to me or is that somebody else's case? Because I don't have retail fraud unless it's referred.
Yes, wait a minute. Wasn't Brian Hopkins?
Is he in
He's a
specialty court?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, now that could be true. He's in specialty court and he owed some money on this and he didn't pay it.
Let's see, it says it's a total of $640.
But Mr. Ficus, I see you shaking your head. Is he in specialty court?
I don't know him to be in specialty court, but first of all, you wouldn't handle a retail fraud case
Would not.
for payment.
It says,
He might have been an absconder or something. I don't know, but I'm trying to look him up right now, Judge.
Okay, can you all
his
let,
name sounds familiar.
okay, you all let me know what's going on there.
What's the name? What's the name?
Hopkins, Brian Hopkins.
I believe he was in specialty court and you adjourned to pay. It was an old case and and he had did some other stuff. He's on probation at another court and you had adjourned for him just to pay his cost and fees.
Still
If I'm
in
not
specialty
mistaken.
court? That name just doesn't ring a bell for me.
I think he was with Judge Lloyd. I don't even think he was yours. It was a real old case and he owed money and you just adjourned him you gave him to September to something to pay the money. I remember him coming back in.
Yes.
Let me look. I got it somewhere because I was working with it.
Look and see, look if you have a contact number for him, because I'm sure he wants to get this behind him, and this is not the way to get it behind him.
Yeah.
By not paying today or before today, or showing up. Because is it 1030 yet? Yeah, it's 1044.
Judge, they have somebody at the DDC. I don't know if they informed you.
Yes, and they're gonna come on so I can arraign them on the bench warrant.
Okay, I'll do it's for the Wednesday specialty court, but I'll do the arraignment.
Okay, wonderful. All right, and all right, let's do it. All right. I'm gonna call my 10:45. I think they're ready on it. Prosecutor Walker, are you with us? Or are they still in the breakout room?
They're not on the screen, Judge, so maybe they're still in the breakout room.
The prosecutor has indicated that that's going to be a dismissal as to both.
Maybe if we can take them out of the breakout room, bring them into the court.
Ms. Wilson, can you do that for me, please?
I think it's being done.
It's Attorney Mihana and Prosecutor Walker. All right, there we go. I'm gonna call it. I have the following cases for James Alibri, V500757722 and V500758822. For the people.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nijad Mihana appearing on behalf of Mr. Alibri, P59371.
Good morning to both of you. And then please, let's have Mr. Alibri place his name on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Alibri here.
Thank you, and good morning to you, sir. All right, who wants to proceed?
Judge, I will. The people would agree to dismiss so long as there's a stipulation of probable cause. Mr. Alibri has kept his parking lot in good conditions and within the requirements the city has requested. We are happy to see that, especially since it's across from the courthouse. So at this time, the people would be moving to dismiss.
Judge,
All
we will
right.
stipulate to the probable cause, and we would certainly thank the city attorney in the city for working with us on this.
All right, wonderful. Then I am going to dismiss both matters without prejudice. Thank you all for your patience this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. All right, I really need to do Ms. Thomas Orr's matter. Are we gonna run out of time? Are we ready?
We're ready, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Let's do it. I have for Janine Thomas Orr 13057-16101 for the people.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
Thank you. And then for defense.
Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391.
Thank you. And then Ms. Thomas Orr. I need everybody, listen, if you're just here to view, you need to go to our Zoom channel and you can view, or you can come into the courthouse. Unless Ms. Warfield, are you calling some witnesses?
I'm sorry. So yeah, they can't be in there. Is anyone from Odyssey House in the waiting room, Your Honor?
I don't know. Is there someone here from Odyssey House? We're gonna run out of time.
No.
Okay.
Well, no other person. So that, Ms. Williams, you would have to log on to the Zoom. You have to go on Zoom to view.
Okay, so
In order to support this is a.
Ms. Williams, you would just go to 36th District Court and you can click on my courtroom and you can view all you like, okay? All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, I would like to put on record that Ms. Thomas Orr does have support here in the courtroom. Her aunt, her sister, and her fiance are here as well.
All right, wonderful. Good morning to all of you and welcome to our courtroom. All right, Ms. Thomas Orr, place your appearance on the record.
Janine Thomas Orr.
Thank you. And then Mr. Green, I'm sorry, I did not have you place your appearance on the record.
Demetrius Green, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green. Today is the termination hearing for Ms. Thomas Orr. We have done a lot of back and forth with Ms. Thomas Orr. So the recommendation was made by members of the team to terminate her from the program and to either allow her to go back to her alpha judge sentencing or to be sentenced by this judge for operating while impaired in the city of Detroit. Ms. Thomas Orr was also given the opportunity to bring in her own attorney or have a defense attorney appointed to her. She was not required to use the specialty court defense attorney that's regularly assigned to this court, and she opted to use Ms. Warfield. And then Ms. Thomas Orr was also given the opportunity to go back before another judge, a different judge, her alpha judge, for her termination hearing. And she decided that she wanted me to conduct her termination hearing. So with that said, we are going to proceed. I'm going to start first by having Mr. Green place all of the facts on the record as to how we have gotten to this point with Ms. Thomas Orr. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So on September 28, 2022, Janine Thomas Orr was admitted into our 5-phase specialty court program. Since entering the program, Ms. Thomas Orr has failed to successfully progress through the program. As of today, September 25th, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr has remained in phase 1 of our 5-phase program for a total of 362 days. To complete the requirements of phase 1 and advance to phase 2, a defendant must be in compliance with supervision, be in compliance with treatment, and must have 14 consecutive days of sobriety time. In Ms. Thomas Orr's 362 days in our specialty court program, she has not been able to meet the basic requirements due to her consistent violations. Ms. Thomas Orr's first sanction was issued on November 9th, 2022, after having a positive screen for alcohol and cocaine on November 3rd, 2022. She was also sanctioned for not complying with her treatment plan. When Ms. Thomas Orr reported to court, she tested positive for alcohol on the 9th of November, and for that, she was given a jail sanction. Upon release from the Wayne County Jail on November 11th, 2022, Ms. Thomas Orr tested positive for alcohol on November 14th and November 15th. On November 18th, Ms. Thomas Orr had a medical emergency, and upon release on November 23rd, she was realigned with services and was ordered to begin testing. On December 7th, December 13th, December 16th, December 19th, December 22nd, and December 27th, Ms. Thomas Orr missed her random drug screenings. Ms. Thomas Orr reported that she missed these tests because of financial hardships and transportation issues. To accommodate Ms. Thomas Orr, the court allowed her to test with her SUD provider and test randomly on the weekend at her outside location. On January 10th, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr tested positive for alcohol at her SUD provider. On January 18th, she was sanctioned with a verbal admonishment. On February 1st, 2023, it was reported by Ms. Thomas Orr's therapist that she was unable to test with her because she was out of the office from January 23rd to January 27th. Accordingly, Ms. Thomas Orr failed to test in an outside location to accommodate this change. On February 12th, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr missed a screen over the weekend at the outside testing location. On February 13th, it was reported by the defendant's therapist that she had been having issues with making it to test at her location at the SUD provider, and that she had only tested 1 week the week prior, or 1 day the week prior. On February 18th, Ms. Thomas Orr was unable to produce a urine sample for testing at her weekend testing location. And then on February 21st, February 24th, 26th, and March 6th, she did not report for her screens. On March 28th, Ms. Thomas Orr had a positive screen for alcohol, and on March 29th, she missed a test after reportedly oversleeping. On April 4th, Ms. Thomas Orr missed a drug screen, and on April 5th, 8th, and 10th, she tested positive for alcohol. On April 18th, Ms. Thomas Orr was arrested and charged in Genesee County. When Ms. Thomas Orr was released from their custody on April 24th, she reported to court. She was ordered to receive a sanction hearing on April 26th, and her case was adjourned to April 27th. When she arrived on April 27th, she was sent to the Wayne County Jail and released on April 28th as a sanction. On May 5th, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr produced a diluted screen and missed the subsequent test on May 12th and May 15th. On May 18th, Ms. Thomas Orr was admitted into an inpatient facility and was ordered to stay there. On May 28th, Ms. Thomas Orr left the facility without the court's permission. On June 6, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr was placed in custody at the Wayne County Jail for leaving the inpatient facility. On June 7th, Ms. Thomas Orr was sent back to that inpatient facility. On August 3rd, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr again left her inpatient facility against staff advice and judge orders. And on August 4th, 2023, she was sent to Wayne County Jail for another day sanction. On August 17th, 2023, Ms. Thomas Orr failed to appear at the family reunification picnic and was sanctioned on August 22nd, 2023. On September 2nd, 2023, the defendant missed a drug screen. On September 6th, Ms. Thomas Orr reported in person and was sanctioned for missing that drug screen and given a notice of termination. After the notice of termination hearing and being told about the termination hearing, Ms. Thomas Orr also missed a drug screen on September 17th, 2023.
I'm sorry, give me that date, September
17th.
Oh,
So this was just last week.
yeah.
I did not get a report of this. Ms. Thomas Orr did not bring this to my attention. I had to find this out through looking at the website, and I did see the note that it said that she called in and told them that she was not going to be able to make it. And that concludes all of the previous violations of Ms. Thomas Orr in the program. Your Honor, given the extensive history of sanctions and noncompliance, it is my belief that Ms. Thomas Orr is not in a position to complete our specialty court program at this time. Despite Ms. Thomas Orr's willingness to work the program, her actions throughout the past 362 days in phase 1 have demonstrated otherwise.
All right, thank you. Who would like to address the court next?
Judge, I can just very briefly. Your feet have to follow your mouth. And in this case, Ms. Thomas Orr's feet didn't follow her mouth. She would tell us she wanted to do this program. She would tell us she was going to do this program, and her feet didn't take her for any testing or keep her in any facility this court has ordered her to be in. This court has been more than lenient. We've given Ms. Thomas Orr multiple chances. Given her history as indicated by case manager Green, I have no problem indicating that I think she should be terminated from this program.
Thank you. I want to hear from Ms. Warfield, and then I'll hear from Ms. Thomas Orr.
Yes, Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Thomas Orr, not only this morning, but also last week about her current situation. Your Honor, one thing I would like to say, and I'm going to speak kind of in the broad terms because Ms. Thomas Orr will speak for herself. We had a very candid conversation. Ms. Thomas Orr admitted and took full responsibility for her actions. Of course, there were hiccups with, other facilities and things of that nature. And it has been admitted that there was, miscommunications in regards to all of that. But it boiled down to Ms. Thomas Orr taking responsibility for her actions. She admitted to me that she came in not with the right mindset. She came in still using, came in with just the mindset of, hey, I just need to get this over with. And she was very honest with me that she wasn't really thinking about her recovery. But one thing she admitted, and she has given me permission to state, is that when she went to rehab, that changed her whole way of thinking. She was shown that not only does she, want the help, but she actually needs the help. And Your Honor, we are a specialty court, and I do understand we have a few resources. I do understand that we have best practices and rules that we must follow, but we are a specialty court for a reason. We are a problem-solving court. And Ms. Thomas Orr has come to us with problems, admitting that she has problems and taking full responsibility for every misstep that she has had. But she is here today with her family in full support of her, admitting and still standing on the fact that she has problems and that she has benefited just from the things that she has been able to do with our specialty court and being, I don't want to say forced, because we don't force anyone to do anything, but being strongly encouraged to enter rehab, to seek therapy on a regular basis. She has seen, again, the mirror has been reflected on her, and she has seen where she has her faults, and she would use the adage, I gotta do this for my kids, or I gotta do this, so I could complete the program. But when I spoke to Ms. Thomas Orr this morning, none of that was said. She said, I have to do this for me, and I want this for me. So Your Honor, again, I do want Ms. Thomas Orr to speak on her behalf, but this Janine Thomas Orr that is in front of you today is not the same one from September of last year, and I do want the court to consider that.
Certainly will. And when Ms. Thomas Orr addresses this court, if she's the different or wanting to do Thomas Orr, she's been with us a whole year. I asked her to do one thing since the last time I've seen her: show up for your testing. Show up for your testing, which is what I've had to say constantly throughout this program. Notice I didn't say show up with nothing in your system. I didn't say show up and be perfect. I didn't say show up and, and shine and make sure nothing is wrong. I just said show up for your testing. And she won't do that. I don't know what to do with someone who won't show up for their testing. She just won't do it. So Ms. Orr, I'll hear from you. Go right ahead.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of everything we've been through for the whole year.
Speak right into that mic so I can hear you.
Okay.
No, bring the mic up and speak directly into the front of the mic, not on top of it.
Okay,
up to you. Can you pull it up to you?
Okay, keep it now.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. But no, within the last year, and honestly, I had been going through so much madness and stuff. I didn't even know it's been about a year personally. That's just how much I was going through it into myself. I know I have been in the courtroom a lot of times. And I have apologized and I have told the courts a lot of things. Pertaining to me, I really just wanted to get it done and over with. My biggest turn for me was when I did go to rehab, because I had explained prior that it was a trigger for me going there because of my family history. And it was actually the best thing that even possibly happened to me. When I initially started, I just wanted to get everything over with, and I did. My kids were and are everything to me. So I didn't necessarily think about myself. And it wasn't until I went to rehab that I actually realized and were around like-minded people that showed me that I have to think about myself. And even when I said, and they're like, no, this is for my kids, this is for my kids, they was like, what about yourself? What are you going to do with yourself? And sometimes I was stuck. I didn't really know how to answer it. And being there, I had cried and I had learned that I really did have a problem with that. I was drinking extremely too much. I was thinking I was going to get away with it, me missing testing. It wasn't like I initially intended to do it, but I did. And I can say that I did. Going forward now, I have to relearn how to be a better parent. to be present in my kids' life. I had to basically learn how to read it up all over again because I was really just out there. And I didn't think I had a problem. I do apologize foremost because y'all have been patient with me. But I do ask y'all to just give me one more chance and let me show y'all everything that
I
I have.
did give you one more chance. I told you 30 days ago, I said, I'm going to give you 30 days to just show up for your testing and do that part of it. Just show up. You didn't show up. And then as recent as last week, you didn't show up. Here's the position you've put me in. You're in another city. Now, we have managed people in other cities, but we have managed people in other cities who take our resources and put them to good use. Have they been perfect? No. But the one thing they do, they show up for their treatment, they show up for their testing, and where I order them to be, that's where they are. Because those are signs that even if I show up and my test is positive, Judge, I showed up, but I need help. We got that because that's what we're here for. We're a specialty court. They may have showed up to their treatment and weren't really connecting as they should be or participating like they should be. We got that too, but they showed up. Ms. Orr, I have not been able to get you to show up. And we have expended almost a year of resources on you to help you to do two things that people are supposed to do. By this time, you should be finishing our program. And technically, because you didn't show up last week for your test, you're now another 30 days out before you're eligible for promotion, which means now you don't even have the requisite months to work this program anymore because you've put yourself in that situation. And so I don't know what to do to help you to show up. We've done bus passes. We've done everything that we know how to do. We've had an attorney that was in a hearing from your city that said, wait a minute, I have some resources that I can connect her to. And Mr. Green has worked with you on those things. And still, you won't show up. Yes, ma'am. That's how you got to the place where you were, because that attorney gave us some information that we did not know about in the city where you were living. And so we still couldn't get you to show up. Then you got there, Ms. Thomas Orr, and you were very manipulative. You were trying to leave there. All of a sudden, you've got a fiance. All of a sudden, you've got this, you've got that. And we're like, well, wait a minute. We need you to concentrate on treatment. We need you to concentrate on getting the help that you need. Ma'am, you were testing positive for 2 substances, not just alcohol. And so we needed you to get the help that you needed. And your focus was totally somewhere else. And you manipulated your way out of there because at the end of the day, they indicated that, listen, she want to go, so we can't make her stay. That's her attitude. So we letting her go. But we knew based on their previous, not even 2, I think it was maybe a 2 or 3 day lapse where they indicated you needed to go to residential. And then within 72 hours, they changed their recommendation based on your behaviors. So Ms. Orr, what you have done is you have tied my hands where I cannot help you. I cannot expend any more resources in a whole nother city. I have folks in Detroit that are waiting to get into this court and should be into this court to get the help that they need. I gave you 30 days to just show up. That's it. I didn't say show up perfect, just show up. You won't do it. I am left with no other alternative than to terminate you from this program for your failure to progress, for your inability to comply with the terms and conditions of phase 1, for your inability or your not even inability, your unwillingness to show up for your testing, to be in compliance with your treatment plan. There is nothing more that we are able to do from a specialty court program because I need you to do the one thing, and that's show up. And that's the one thing you have not done consistently for the past almost year. And so I am very comfortable with terminating you from this program. Ms. Drew, she is not free to leave. I need you to look up because the charge that she has been charged with, and it's not an amended charge. Is that right, Madam Prosecutor? It's not amended, is it? And then I need you to look her up, Ms. Drew, if she's had any other cases that were dismissed because she was in this program. I need to reinstate all of them at this time, every single one of them. So let me give Ms. Drew an opportunity to look that up. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Walker, were you going to respond as to whether or not her current charge is an amended charge?
I'm looking that up as well, Judge. One moment.
All right, very good. I need to see what all the privileges that we've given her when she's not working for herself the way that she should have. And so listen, Ms. Thomas, because you're being terminated, that does not mean that I don't believe that you can do this, that you can change your life, that you can get better and do some things differently. I'm not saying that at all. So I want you to hear me loud and clear. I believe you can when you're ready and when you're willing. You just can't do it in this program. We're not able to help you in this program. So if you really want to get your life together, we have equipped you with resources in Pontiac to help you. If you want counseling, if you want treatment, if you need help with your housing, you have been connected with resources to do all of those things and be successful. So if you really want it, I want you to go and get it. It's just that I can't justify expending any more resources on you when after a year, you won't do the one thing that this court expects you to do in phase one, show up. So I need to find out what's going on. And then Ms. Drew, I also need to know her alpha judge for sentencing, because she'll have to be sentenced on her underlying charge.
Judge Bryant. Okay, Judge Bryant.
Going back to Judge Bryant. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right.
Yeah, Judge, I don't know that that was a city case because I don't see her in our files. It may have
It
been a
probably
Wayne
was
County
a state case then. She's going back to Judge Bryant.
It was a state matter.
I'm sorry.
It was a state matter, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, when I did run everything that she might have, I only see the one case for the one that she's in form, especially for.
All right. So Ms. Drew?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm sending the judge a message that I'm sending her back. Let me just, if you could call the judge's clerk and ask them, what would they like us to do? Because I have her now and I'm not allowing her to leave just yet.
Okay, Your Honor. She's going to get, okay, Your Honor.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, she wants to give her a new date.
Okay. Did you get that date from her?
She's giving it to us right now.
Okay, wonderful. So you are going to see the Honorable Judge E. Lanice Bryant. And so we're going to give you that date, and please, by all means, appear. So let's get that date, put it on the record. I do really wish you well, Miss Orr. I do. And again, if you want to turn your life around, you have all the tools in order to do it. So have a seat until we get that court date. We'll put it on the record, and then I'll just put it on the record, and then you'll be free to leave. Okay, did we get test results back today?
I'm not sure if we have them back yet. I know that did you test? No, she's only coming to add it to the.
Okay,
She was
yeah,
told
you're
to go
not
back
free
up
to
at
leave
11
until you
today.
test. You've got to test because I have to hand you over to Judge Bryant with up-to-date information. Yeah,
And I do have the court date, Your Honor, whenever you're ready.
yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so she wants to see her in person Tuesday, October 3rd at 9 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that? If you could give her the card as well, and that's gonna be with Judge Elenice Bryant. And so she must test today. She cannot leave until we get test results. So what, if you need to, officer, let's make sure that she tests and I need to get results before I release her, okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you, Miss Orr. I wish you well.
Your
All right.
Honor, we do have Mr. Sean Cook in the courtroom as well, right before you got up. I think
Let's
you just
do
wanted
it.
to lay eyes on him.
Yes, I need to do it. Come on, Mr. Cook. I have case number U 602-26321 SP 132-40741, U 639-50522, and U 635-51222. Mr. Cook, state your full name for me.
Sean Patrick Cook, KOCH.
Good morning, Mr. Cook. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. You back at your father's?
I am,
All right. That's a much better place for you to be, right?
yeah, well, thank you very much for doing that for me too.
All right. Are you following the court's orders?
I am, you said not to leave, I didn't go anywhere, I stayed at home all weekend, like you told me to, and then I came here, I gotta go upstairs and test. I talked to Jasmine, and Mrs. Taylor, she gave me the new packet about the information, what I gotta do to meet the requirements to get through the program. She said I could, get a hold of Mr., or she already contacted Mrs. Price, I believe, for me, so I'm gonna get in touch with her either today or tomorrow, hopefully, and get, programming and, resources for what I, get in touch with.
All right, Mr. Cook. All right. You sound like a different Mr. Cook. I love it. I love it. Come on and work this. You deserve this. You owe this to yourself. You're a wonderful person. So come on, this is what's going to enhance your life. That's it.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Jasmine.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you have for me, if anything? He's good?
Yeah, he's good to go. Like he said, he met with me. I gave him some more information or updated information. And I did give him Miss Price's number, but I'm also going to reach out to her myself so that she knows that he still needs to be assessed and get his services set up so he's good.
Okay, is Miss Price there today where she can work with him?
She's not in the office on Mondays, but he does say that he has Zoom capabilities. So that's why I'm going to have her set something up with him per her schedule.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Cook, I just want to lay eyes on you, make sure you're doing well. Did you have any questions for me?
As of right now, no, Mrs. Taylor answered everything I needed.
All right, did you go and screen this morning?
I'm going up there right now, she told me to come back down and see you.
All right, so once he screens, he's not free to leave the court until he screens and I get results. All right, Miss Taylor?
Okay.
And then you all close the loop with me and just shoot me a message on it.
Okay.
All right, and if everything is good, he's free to leave because I may not be able to be contacted for a minute, but he's free to leave if everything is good. And I'm sure it will be, right, Mr. Cook?
Yeah, I have nothing in my system.
All right, very good. Miss Taylor, let's give Mr. Cook his next date. I'm going to need to see him because of my schedule. I'm gonna need to see him on Monday, October the 9th, 2000.
October 2nd. Oh, the 9th. I'm
The
sorry.
9th.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's on Monday.
let me do the 9th.
Okay.
I'll see him on the 9th, and that will be at 9. I think I was scheduling you all for 9:30. Okay? And that would help me out with my scheduling.
Okay.
Okay? All right, very good. If nothing else, I'll see you next time, Mr. Cook, but be in touch with Miss Jasmine. Make sure you get your reassessment done by Miss Price so we can get you into your services. Until you get that done, I need you to stay at home, okay?
Okay,
Other
no
than
problem.
your testing. You're gonna be on house arrest until we get that assessment and get him connected to his service, Ms. Jasmine.
Okay.
Good, Mr. Cook?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm sorry, one request, Judge, I just wanted to make sure, you know that he is in a different county. Was it okay if he continued his testing at the Aver Health location, or did you want him to come down to the court to test?
No. If he's in a different county, he can go to the nearest testing.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know that with
Okay.
policy, so thank you for asking. All right,
Okay, Mr. Cook, once you come up to test, come up here and I'll give you the information for your testing.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cook.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. All right. Bye-bye. All right. I have Mr. Dillard. Are we ready on Mr. Dillard? Is Mr. Dillard still with us?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
I know he was.
There he is.
Got busy. That's what happens, Mr. Dillard, when you don't get on at your court time. I have for Dennis Dillard, case number Z8, I think that's it, 884721. Mr. Dillard, state your full name for me, please.
Dennis Dillard.
All right, Mr. Dillard, why you didn't get on this morning at 8:45?
My bad. I had overslept. I was at my girlfriend's house, and I woke up to see if I had to test. Then I don't know. I just fell back to sleep, exhausted.
Come on, Mr. Dillard, set that alarm clock and get up so you can get
I
to
did
court.
set my alarm. I'm not a morning person, so I probably just slept through it. Like I set loud alarms too. I don't know what happened.
All right, Mr. Dillard. All right. Well, sorry you had to wait. I'm sorry you had to wait.
It's all right. No, I was about to say it's my fault. So you don't have to apologize.
All right. How are you doing with working the program, Mr. Dillard?
I'm doing all right. I'm testing. I mean, the therapy part is coming through a little hard though. They told me like my therapist no longer even works there, so I have to get a new therapist.
All right, Ms. Harris, I need you to connect him with Ms. Price because I need folks to be making sure that we are aware of what's going on when therapists are leaving or whatever, because I don't want to lapse.
They
Hold on
literally
one
just
second,
called
hold
me
on.
today.
I don't want to lapse in services because I don't want that to hold you up on the back end, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying, like, they literally just let me know, like, as I was getting into this call. So it's not like I could tell them beforehand or keep them up to date. Like, I literally just found this out.
Okay, all right, so let's stay on it. I need you to stay on it, but we'll also bring Ms. Price into the process too, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Are you having difficulties? Because you're new to the program. Are you having difficulties with anything so far?
No.
No?
No.
All right, what's been the most challenging part?
I mean, I'm just in the beginning stages. I mean, testing has been all right. The most difficult part is probably the treatment part. Like I was trying to get in contact with my therapist, but I guess she was going through something. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, they just called me and told me she's no longer there. And I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense.
Okay. All right, well, let's get that taken care of, okay? Mr. Dillard? All
Yep.
right, very good. Do you have questions for the team this morning?
No.
No questions? All right. Ms. Harris, I need you to just tell me, is he in compliance?
I was muted. Yes, Your Honor, he is in compliance.
He is. Wonderful. All right, nothing that you need this court to change or modify to keep him on track?
No, not at this time, but I will follow up with Ms. Price when we're done and make sure she connects with him and with his provider to coordinate that care continues to go on in spite of this change in the therapist.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mr. Fikens, were you saying something?
No, Judge, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we're saying something. All right, very good. If no questions for the team, Mr. Dillard, let's do your next date. You are in phase 1. I am going to schedule you. All right, I'm going to schedule you for a face-to-face with Miss Harris on Monday, October the 2nd, 2023, and that's going to be at 1:30 p.m., okay?
Okay.
All right, good to see you, sir. Glad everything's okay.
You too.
All right,
Mhm.
take care.
You
All right,
too.
very good. Miss Drew, did we figure out what's going on with Brian Hopkins? Anybody figure that out? Mr. Griffin, I think, said he was gonna look and see if he had a number and could reach out.
Yeah, I think that's what we was waiting on to see if we can reach out to him.
Mr. Griffin, are you with us?
But it does look like that's exactly what's supposed to happen. It's gonna make that payment.
I just would hate to see him lose this or not get this behind him. Mr. Griffin, were you able to make any contact with him?
Not yet, Judge. I just found the paperwork. Give me one sec.
All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have to call it and KBS him. And then if you find it and you're able to speak with him, he needs some help, tell him to get on, come on. We want to see him get through this. Let the court know, and I can come back on and set it aside, or he can appear on tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm trying to give him an opportunity to do it. So let me just call it very quickly. I have for Brian Hopkins, case number 120. Is that a 0? Mr. Griffin, put it on the record for me. I can't see. Can't see the case number.
I have a judge of it's
go right ahead.
12064911001.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm going to issue a capias. The amount that was owed is $600. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, it's 640.
All right, then I'm going to set the capias at $640 cash or surety, which is the amount that he owes this court. And again, Mr. Griffin, if you are able to contact him, tell him to get on tomorrow morning. I'd like to see him overcome this and get this behind him. He was trying to get his life together.
Okay, Judge. Yep, I just found the paperwork, so I'll try to reach out to him and see if I can get in contact with him.
All right, wonderful. I will see you all or hear you all 1:30 for staffing. Thank you.
Your
Have a
Honor,
good day, everybody.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes.
Honor, excuse me, I'm sorry. I just got a call from
the
Wayne County Officer.
DDC. Yeah.
They're getting ready to zoom on Ms. White right now. Right now.
Okay, all right, come on. All right, come on. I'm gonna have to move.
Yeah, asking to right now.
Mr. Griffin,
Yeah,
is the DDC person a walk away from,
Wednesday docket.
Wednesday docket? Okay. All right.
Just when we were doing these cases before the new people got here, so I'll just do the arraignment and I'll pass it on for it to be assigned to somebody.
Okay.
Wayne County Jail, I cannot see, I couldn't see it. Okay. There you go. Oh, there she is. Okay.
All right, I need you all to get the case number for me. I need to move really quickly, please. Can you all get the
Okay,
case
I have the
number?
case number. The case number is Z as in zebra, 805-9921.
All right, thank you. Let me have the party, please state your name, ma'am.
Anthony White.
All right, good morning to you, Miss White.
It's not very good.
All right, Mr. Griffin, you want to tell us what's going on?
Okay, Your Honor, Ms. White signed a contract to come into our Wednesday specialty court on February the 22nd, 2021. She had a 15-month contract. On May the 7th of 2020, Ms. White absconded from our supervision. She's been on warrant status since then, Your Honor.
All right. Mr.
Judge?
Reed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. For arraignment on the bench warrant purposes, my client would stand mute, waive formal reading of the information, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. We also ask for the next earliest possible court date. As to bond, we will ask for a personal bond or in the alternative, a nominal bond. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'll enter that not guilty plea as to the arraignment on the bench warrant. However, I do need to give specialty court the opportunity to look at I need to get her drug screened while she's at the jail. So Ms. Drew, if you can make sure that that is placed on the committal order that she is to be drug screened on today at the Wayne County Jail, which is where she is going. And then I will not be able to see her until somebody give me some Wednesday dates because I don't have my calendar.
Judge, the 27th, the 4th, the 11th.
Not the 27th. Those are all bad days. So I'm gonna have to do the 27th. What's the Monday after the first Monday in October?
The 2nd, Your Honor.
October 2nd. So I can do, let's put her on for October 2nd, 2023. And I would have to put her on for 9:30 a.m. Okay. And then that way, that'll give them a little bit of time. Please notify the individuals that are in our Wednesday specialty court that this is going on so that they will know that they need to get some work done and reach out to Sergeant Coho and all of those good things so that when she comes back, we have some progress, not just holding her.
Okay,
yes,
Judge.
Judge. I would ask my client if she has any medical conditions, does the file need to be marked medical so that she can receive the appropriate treatment in the county jail? She's muted, so I can't hear her respond, but I would ask to have the court mark the file medical.
I'll mark it medical. I'll just mark it medical, okay?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all at the DDC. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I'll be getting the order together and getting it ready.
Yes, ma'am. And just let me know you've sent it. All right. Thank you
Sure.
all.
Okay.